I'm using our Camp Chef 2-burner propane stove. I just had this as the lid. Now I'm using this to boil off some sap to make maple syrup. I might not get very much. As a beginner homesteader, you dabble and you learn your skills along the way. I'm learning about maple sap and maple syrup. This is from a striped maple, and I've learned that you can use different types of maple trees. It doesn't have to be just the sugar maple. We've got 3 trees tapped. 2 of them are just dripping a little, and 1 tree is just pouring lots of it, so we'll take it. You can bring this to a boil, but in order to make sap into syrup, you have to bring it 7 degrees above the boiling point for whatever your elevation is. Where we are, that's going to be 219 degrees. I have my thermometer ready for when it gets to that point. We're still a bit of a ways away from that. But you also have to, at one point, filter it. So we're going to bring this up to boiling, and then we'll filter it and take it in the house and bring it up from boiling up to the 219 just to finish it. It takes 40 times the amount you expect to receive. So 40 liters of sap will only give us 1 liter of syrup. And look, that looks like it's boiling. We're getting there. A Camp Chef Explorer 14. It is windy out here today. It's simmering in some spots. What's the temperature looking like? Oh, it looks like we got about 205. 206. We got a little ways to go yet. 6 more degrees. Looking at this, you can see how much that fluid has reduced. It looks like, if you could see it, it looks like it's boiling. In amongst this steam cloud, it looks like it's boiling. But it's still only 210 degrees. I have to get that to 212. I'll take it off at 212, and I'll take it in the house to finish it on top of the stove so that the wind doesn't keep taking the temperature off of it. And at that point, I'll bring it up to 219. I'll filter it and bottle it. I have a second pan on the go. When I take this first one in, I'll move that one over to the other burner because this one is a little more exposed to the wind. I took 8 liters of maple sap and I boiled it down outside for an hour and a half, and this is what I'm left with. There's not even a liter there now, 4 cups. A liter is almost the same as a quart. I'm going to boil this in this wide pot so that it can, if it bubbles up, it's not going to boil over. This will provide me with about 1 cup of maple syrup. And it turns to syrup at 219 degrees. I'm getting there. You can see it's starting to thicken a little. Almost done. So this is why I used a wide pot, much larger than you would think you would need. It's boiling quite high. Let's give it a stir down and see what our temperature says. Oh, I need to get to 219. We're getting very close. Without touching the bottom of the pot, of course. You don't want to read the bottom of the pot. You want to read the material. Oh, we're so close. I tipped the pot and now it's adjusting. We're almost there. Oh, we got it. Time to shut it off. There we go. Not quite a cup of maple syrup from 8 liters of maple sap. It's a 40-to-1 ratio, and you have to boil off all that water to get the sugar syrup out of it. But let me tell you, the whole house now smells like maple syrup, and this is delicious. Small batch maple syrup. Mm-mm-mm.